forgotten, our lines crossed. We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better.
Hey guys, Jenn here. Today I'm talking all about the things I don't buy anymore as I strive to have our family live kind of a less is more lifestyle. I'm gonna keep it real practical, a lot of life hacks that I'm hoping as you watch you can pick out at least one of these things that you can implement in your own home to save you time and money.
See what you have in front of you.
So if you're new here, a very big welcome to the channel. I am a mom of 6 from rural Ontario, Canada. We are an adoptive family and life is busy. This channel is devoted to living on less because that way of living is honestly one of the only ways I've found to survive the chaos and truly enjoy my days. So let's dive right into the 20 things our family has given up and we haven't regretted it for a single moment. Gift bags. There is literally no reason for us to buy gift bags anymore. Why? Because any gift bag we receive, we always keep and use it for future gifts to give to other people. In the past decade, we have never ever run out of gift bags. This tells me my kids are pretty spoiled by family and friends because we seem to be getting more gifts than we give out. Maybe I should correct that. And on that same vein, tissue paper. Similar to gift bags, when we receive a gift, we take any tissue paper that is in that gift bag, fold it neatly, and we stack them all together and store them in my gift wrapping station. I have not purchased tissue paper in years, and that feels so good. Brand name medicine. Okay, so I had a doctor tell me a number of years ago that brand name versus no name or store brand medicine is actually the exact same ingredients. Why would we pay like $2 more for a bottle of Tylenol versus no name acetaminophen? Why would we pay $3 more for Advil versus just generic ibuprofen? So no more. We buy store brand medications wherever and whenever possible. By the way, let me know in the comments below, are you team brand name or no name for medicine? Have you tried them both out and have you honestly noticed a difference? I would love to know. Kids' toys. Over the years, our kids have accumulated so many toys. There comes a point when managing all of that inventory becomes super stressful. And the more clutter and toys we have, it seems like the less our kids play with them because there's so many of them that they can't find the toy they want. It's just a big mess and they play with their toys less. Once we've decluttered, the kids can see what they have and they enjoy it so much more. So for Christmas and birthdays from grandparents, aunts and uncles, friends, we actually request things that aren't toys but more so consumables. A nice bubble bath, a sparkly toothpaste, their favorite snack, maybe some paper, markers, art supplies. And then as parents, we really focus on non-toy items as well. Okay, so we just have to move into the bathroom for these next few because there are so many things in our toiletries that I do not buy anymore. Let's talk about disposable makeup removal pads. I admit I love these, I love the convenience of them, but it's a lot of money to keep buying those. And how good is that for our environment? Somewhere along the line, we have forgotten how simple cleansing your face really is, especially if you have hands. What is so hard about splashing your face with water, popping a bit of cleanser on your hands, using your fingers to massage it around, and then splashing your face with water again to clear it off? By doing so, you have saved the environment and your wallet all in one fell swoop. And on that note, another thing our family never ever buys is body wash. Okay, this might be a contentious issue, but stay with me, you guys. I am not saying that we don't wash our bodies. We practice cleanliness in this home just like everybody else, but I would say that buying bottle after bottle after bottle of body wash and then disposing of the container is pretty wasteful and expensive. So what do? Every shower and bathtub in our home has a bar of soap. Now, this can be kind of gross if you are using a bar of soap and then somebody uses it after you on their body. So I needed to find a way to mitigate this. So our solution in this home is that every single person has their own color-coded bath puff. and you can simply use your bar of soap and just work up a lather on the puff. And honestly, the lather you get is just as good as any shower gel, bath gel, any sort of body cleanser you could buy liquid in a bottle. So in this case, this bar of soap cost 50 cents. And if 3 or 4 people in a shower are using it for months at a time, like you can easily see how much money you save. And then you don't have the throwaway containers. I just buy like the Equate brand simple, non-allergenic, non-scented soap. It comes in a recyclable box and it's so much less waste. And the next thing our family does not buy is, we do buy razors, we do shave in this home. We don't buy shaving cream or shaving gel because we quite literally do the same thing for shaving as we do for washing our body. We work up a lather with the soap and our puff. It works just as well as shaving cream. I actually prefer it. There are 5 girls in this home, a lot of legs being shaved routinely. No one ever gets razor burn or super dried out legs from this. It works just as simply as shaving gel, except I didn't have to go to the time and expense of buying all of those aerosol cans for the shavers in our home. By the way, if you are enjoying these tips, please don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel and this video out. And as always, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe and turn your bell notifications on so you don't miss any future videos. Next on the list is disposable beverage containers. Okay, so it's the 2020s. A lot of us have switched to using stainless steel or reusable water bottles, right? Do you wanna see my family's collection here? Okay, so don't judge, guys. We have 8 people in this home, so you do the math. 2 water bottles per person equals 16 reusable water bottles. But a lot of us have switched to these versus plastic throwaway water bottles, or at least I would hope so, right? This was certainly our family's first step in a big change, but have you taken the time lately to think about all of the other drinks you consume that are in disposable containers? Whether it's your daily coffee run at Starbucks or Tim Hortons, that slushie your kids are getting once a week at the gas station all summer long, sodas or bubbly to get you through that afternoon slump when you're working hard and you're super tired, Gatorade thrown in your kids' backpacks for any sports games they're playing, it all adds up. So our family has made the kind of hard choice to try to par back on these as much as possible and save those types of beverages for really special occasions only. We make coffee and tea at home, we make homemade juices at home, and the rest of the time we just drink water. I actually have an entire video about this. I will link it for you below if you'd like to watch it, but in it I discovered that by making this change, we're saving our family upwards of $50 every single week on our grocery bill. All right, next, and this one's probably gonna surprise you, but it is garbage bags. Yes, I know it sounds really gross not to use garbage bags or put your garbage in a garbage bag, but it's really not that bad, the system we have in place. In our area of Ontario, our garbage and recycling collection is a wheelie bin system where a robotic arm comes out, takes your wheelie bin and dumps it in the back of the truck. So it's not like a lot of cities or locations where you put a garbage bag at the end of your driveway and the garbage bag gets picked up. So I have noticed in our area that even though there's like an enclosed wheelie bin for your garbage, people still put all of their household garbage or even their recycling in garbage bags within the wheelie bin. But guess what? We don't. We literally collect all the garbage in our home, whether that's bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen garbage, and all the recycling in our home, and we dump it directly into the wheelie bin, no garbage bags used. And within our little garbage cans in each room, with the exception of our kitchen garbage, we actually don't use bags in those either. So bathroom, bedroom, office, all of that, you know, Kleenex and paper and all of that scrap, we just put directly into the little garbage cans and then directly dump them into the wheelie bins. We do routinely scrub those bins out to keep them clean and smelling nice. And our kitchen garbage, I mentioned that we do put a bag in those. I don't purchase bags for that either. So a lot of people purchase a box of like white kitchen garbage, small garbage bags. We don't do this. We use grocery bags or bags we got at Walmart, we use them over again. And while we're talking about garbage, let's talk about leaf bags. We are avid gardeners around here and we have lots of maple trees in our backyard, and we never, ever, ever buy leaf bags. Let me tell you why. If you've seen my saving money on yard work video, you probably already know about this hint. I'll link it below in case you haven't seen that video. But what our family does is we use our lawnmower to mulch up our leaves. We kind of get them in a big pile and go over them again and again until there's literally almost nothing left. And we direct all of this super fine mulch from the leaves, and we would put it in our garden, in our flower beds, or in our compost heap. Now, some people look at our yard and think, well, Jen, you're living in a newer area, your trees aren't that big yet, you don't have that many leaves. Actually, the first 2 homes we lived in had an enormous amount of trees, leaves, full shade yards, and we would have inches every week of leaves, and we still never put them in leaf bags, and we mulched them up over and over with our lawnmower and used that mulch in our gardens, our flower beds, and our compost. Next, craft paper. Okay, I have 6 kids, so you would think that craft paper is pretty darn important in our home, right? Well, yeah, right, it is. But I found that 99% of the crafts my kids do are just kind of getting thrown out after a week or so of sitting out. And 99% of those crafts can be done using scrap paper. So any paper we get in the mail, home from school that isn't needed anymore, business type stuff that, you know, is kind of just scrap, we don't need that paper anymore, goes into a special drawer in our office strictly for the purpose of crafts. And I love that I don't have to stop by the dollar store or Walmart routinely to get craft paper for the kids. Next on the list, pens. Okay, where are my fellow pen collectors at? Who likes a good pen? I admit it's pretty tempting in the stationery aisle to forego all of the really cool looking pens that are there, but it's really an unnecessary purchase, isn't it, you guys? The amount of free pens we get from businesses, your doctor's or dentist office. My kids often get free pens from like carnivals or parades. The amount of free pens you get is astronomical, and then you end up with an enormous pen collection, or you end up throwing out half of the ones you get. Just keep your eyes open for these freebie giveaways, build your pen collection that way, and it's one less thing you have to buy. Okay, next let's talk about beverages at sit-down restaurants. So we did chat about disposable drink containers and all of that earlier, but obviously you're not gonna like lug your stainless steel water bottle to a fancy sit-down restaurant, or maybe you are, I don't know, maybe that's your style. However, if you're out on a date night, please do not feel pressured to purchase an expensive drink off of the drink menu. You are not obligated to get that cocktail or that craft beer or that expensive bottle of wine or whatever it may be. Any restaurant will give you, obviously, ice water. Ask for a lemon wedge in that cup. And you know what? You're gonna notice something if you stop purchasing beverages at restaurants. Your bill is going to be probably cut almost in half. So don't feel guilty about it. This is me giving you permission to get the free drink. Paper plates and disposable cups. Okay, by now in this point in the video, you're realizing that I really don't like things that are disposable, but I've noticed something in some of the minimalist videos I've been watching on YouTube lately. I love watching The Minimal Mom, for example. One thing I've noticed is that they're real proponents of having only the amount of dishes for the number of people living in your home. So there's 8 people in our home, which means we would only have 8 plates, 8 cups, 8 bowls, 8 spoons, 8 forks, etc. And that's it, because it helps them keep track of things. But whenever they have somebody over or they're entertaining, they are then forced to use paper plates and disposable cups. Now, maybe you're a minimalist who never entertains. Okay, fine. But we do a lot of entertaining at our home. We do have a lot of family gatherings here, kids' birthday parties, their friends come over, and I am not willing to buy a stack of paper plates and disposable cups and disposable cutlery every single birthday, Christmas, etc. Yes, it's more convenient. You don't have to do dishes. You can just throw it all out. However, it's expensive, it's bad for our environment, and if I can just keep a stack, this is my stack of reusable, you can see they're really thin, just plastic plates. We've had these for 10 years from the dollar store, and they're not breakable, so if we're doing something outside, we can take it outside. They also double as our camping dishes. we'll take them along to the park, to picnics, anywhere we go. It is really not necessary to buy paper plates unless you're hosting like 150 people, and then you may have to do that. Even in the spirit of being minimalist and, you know, getting rid of things in my home, I am totally willing to spare a little bit of space in our cabinetry for our reusable plastic cups, our reusable plastic plates, so that whenever people come over, I'm not scrambling to have to buy dishes. All-purpose cleaners. If you've watched my DIY make your own cleaning products video, you know that I make my own all-purpose cleaner just using vinegar, water, and maybe a bit of essential oil if I'm feeling fancy. I use this all-purpose cleaner for our countertops, for our bathrooms. I even make our own all-purpose floor and furniture cleaner just using a little bit of dish soap, vinegar, and hot water. Cling wrap and tinfoil. I'm actually not sure if I've shown you guys this in any of my videos before, but in our home, we have started a collection of silicone wraps. They're made by Pampered Chef. They're all different sizes, so you can have round ones to go around round bowls. We have rectangular ones for going on 9x13 pans, but they're oven safe, so you can put them in the oven. They double as a hot pad on your table, and they obviously are refrigerator safe. So when you're covering leftovers, you can just cover them with these silicone covers and you're good to go. They're super easy to wash. They're non-stick, nothing sticks to them. So guys, I do not remember the last time I bought aluminum foil and plastic wrap. These have been sitting in my drawer for a really, really, really long time. Incandescent halogen or CFL light bulbs. I cannot say enough about this. First of all, I hate the light that comes from CFL light bulbs. Before LEDs were invented, we switched to all CFL because it was way less electricity. I just hated the lighting that came from it. Thank goodness that LED light bulbs have been invented and their technology has come so far, so they look warm, they look beautiful. So now that we have made the switch, I will never go back. I will never buy incandescent CFL or halogen light bulbs ever again. Magazines. Oh, this is so tempting at the grocery store checkout aisle, isn't it, guys? There's always a picture of like some yummy recipe or a really neat home decor cover on a magazine that's really tempting. However, I have found that our local libraries carry almost every magazine brand that I love. And also, I've noticed that there are lots of people that have magazine subscriptions that don't want to keep their magazines and don't mind passing you on their back issues. So my mom has done this with Magnolia magazine, my personal absolute favorite. And honestly, I do not mind reading a magazine a year later because Magnolia is so classic that if I'm reading her Thanksgiving recipes from last year, that's totally cool. Okay, this is my second last tip. I'm saving the very best for last, but the 19th thing our family has given up is cable TV. I know this probably goes without saying, and a lot of you have already done it, but if you're on a tight budget, you do not need cable TV. Here in Canada, and as well as the US, almost every single network will have their shows available to view the whole week after they aired on TV for free online if you go to their website. So here in Canada, we can go on CTV, CBC, City, Global, HGTV, and watch their episodes for a whole week after they aired for free without having a cable TV subscription. You can watch live sports for free online a lot of the time too if you know where to look. And to be honest, I more so watch YouTube. I love to watch different YouTube videos, how-tos, travel vlogs, homemaker videos, cooking shows. I mean, it's all free right there. Why would I pay for cable when I can kind of get the same thing for free somewhere else? And last but certainly not least is the one thing that I have totally stopped buying. It has saved me a ton of money and I do not regret it. And that is small kitchen appliances. So if you take a look at my kitchen counters, you'll definitely notice some things that are missing. There's no KitchenAid stand mixer, no air fryer, no Instant Pot, no bread maker. My philosophy for living more simply has become this. If I have something in my kitchen that already does a job, I'm not going to buy a second appliance to do that same job. I don't want my counter cluttered with a ton of stuff. I want it they aren't available for putting lots of cookies out for baking with my kids. I want to be able to decorate and put a nice candle in the middle of my island. So last year in my kitchen declutter video, you will have seen that I got rid of my bread maker because I realized I can make bread almost as easily in my oven. I can also mix anything I bake with my little hand mixer. I don't need a big honking huge KitchenAid stand mixer to do that. I can spend a little extra time to roast my veggies in my oven, so I don't need an air fryer. And I can think ahead and put that roast in my crock pot, so I don't need an Instant Pot. For the stage in life I'm at of wanting to simplify, of trying to stick to a budget and not overspend, it's been really helpful to really consider and ask myself that question before I make a purchase. Do I already have something in my kitchen that also does this job? So what did you guys think of that list of 20? Are there any on there that you're already doing? Any that you want to try out? Let us all know in the comments below. And if you're interested in more tips on living simply and reducing your consumption, I've got some videos right here that you might enjoy. It was so wonderful to spend time with you all today. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. For the least, this is Jen.